So, my God, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. I know I've only gotten a video out a week. I do have the intentions of getting 2 out a week, but my juice line and getting it off the ground has been caused a few hiccups. I talked about the VCMT last. I brought up the mutation in that video, so today we're going to go ahead and get the mutation out of the way. I think it's time. This is the revision 2 that you can buy the pre-made coils for. Not something that I would do for it, but let's talk about that. So, Mutation X Tank V2, here we go. So, we'll start out with vape. What we're vaping today is Buddha Blue, Crazy Clouds, Butter Cake, Extreme Competition E-Liquid, 95% VG juice here. I'm running it in this mutation because I wanted to see how a 90% plus, 95% plus juice would vape in this device. So I've only got it at 80 watts because it is a little thick. And I've got the airflow wide open, so let's see how she goes. Not bad. Really nice. I don't really pimp juice around here, but since I am starting a line, I will show you a couple of the ones that I've got out. I am launching a 5-juice line. It's under the name Buddha Blue Artisan Vaping. This was our first juice Sanity. We sold out of this one really quick. Our second batch just sold out here. New batches will be out and ready next week. My wife made me a special one. She put me a little culotte and a little extra sweetener in there. But we tried to go really high quality on the labels. The unicorn bottles that come with it, the labels, they are vinyl labels, so they peel off, leaving absolutely no residue. This is the other one, Buddha Blue Artisan Vaping's Crazy Clouds. I actually launched this. It was the idea of Adam, our local vape shop owner. He was, where did my vape go? Oh, he was wanting to transition to using a different company for a high VG competition grade juice, and I had a great recipe for a butter cake that was kind of a similar profile that he was using, and so we decided that we would give it a try. So back to the mutation. Let's give it another pull. Ah, that flavor is outstanding on this mutation tank. I will tell you though, I broke a glass on it last week. I went down to see Good Life, the guys at Good Life Vapor, Jeremy Dahl and all them. Had a great time while I was down there. Posted a bunch of pictures on Facebook. I'm sure many of you guys saw those. Had an amazing time while I was down there, but while I was there, broke the glass on my mutation tank. So I was so glad that it did come with an extra glass tank. So, to go into some of the things about the mutation tank, I'm going to assume a few things because I'm not doing it up close on this. I'm going to assume you know what a 4-post rebuildable deck looks like. It's actually a 4/3 3-post, but the center one has 2 positives. So it's actually a 4/3 post, but basically a 4-post. It's a 22mm device, so you've got about 19-20 millimeters of room to play in there. Maybe more along the lines of 19 millimeters to play in there. Plenty of room in a rebuildable tank, absolutely plenty of room. Especially considering these large juice channels that's in this device. I mean, they are really large. I would say maybe 5 millimeters, maybe even 6 millimeters. They're not as big as the VCMT, but the VCMT is a 20 millimeter device with basically a 22 millimeter deck in there. So this may be for someone looking for something a little lower. The price on these, I've seen them as low as 25 bucks. I think I've seen them on $19 on clearance. So it just depends on where you catch them. I think $30 is kind of the nice average price for these. So think of it like what you kind of literally have here. I discussed in the VCMT video was, I remember the Aqua. I'm sure many of you remember the Aqua. The Aqua was, you know, the next evolution from a K-Fun to a dual core K-Fun. It had 3mm channels for silica wick to go down, and silica's kind of going along the wayside, but maybe not. I got a Goblin V2 in the other day, and it came with silica, so I'm using cotton in it, but we'll see how that goes. Now again, the deck on this thing, it does come off so that you could put a mutation coil on. They make mutation coils for these now. I will tell you, they perform nice up to about 60-70 watts. But if you're trying to achieve 100 watt vaping, it's probably not going to happen with the pre-made coils. And I know some people might criticize Mutation for deciding to offer pre-made coils. But you know, I don't know. This performs as well identically to the other Mutation that you could not put a reusable coil in it. So I'm not going to kick them for that. I think it was just a smart marketing move to offer a coil for the people who want to get into this tank, because like I said, $30 for this tank. That's what a Kanger sub-tank costs at a retail shop. That's what a Lotus tank, that's what a Heracles is, you know, $40-50. So, you know, this tank is actually a little better priced and a higher quality tank. And now they have the option for the rebuildable coils and not having to just do the RTA. Now the RTA, like I said, it's got a 4/3 post down there with those really large juice channels. There's 4 of them. A lot of people will advise you when you do your build, when you do a dual coil build in here, you could probably even get a quad coil build. And right now I've got a dual 7 wrap, and it was a squeeze, a dual 7 wrap, 3.5mm, 20 gauge hot wire. It's a hybrid nickel wire. It was the same build that I had in that VCMT. Now since the VCMT video, I have put a 4mm coil in there. But I'll tell you one thing I've noticed. I'm not going to get 120 watt. I was vaping that VCMT at 150 easily. I'm going to just try 100. I may embarrass me and all of you at this. We'll stop right there, 106. $106 worked. I didn't feel it getting dry. Let's see where we can go with it. I'm going to give it a nice blow and primer before I hit this. This is 125. Ooh, an Ithaca. That 125 did not act like it was headed towards burned, but I don't think I'm going to push it any harder. I don't know if you guys can see that massive bubble that was coming up. So why would I buy this over the VCMT? I wouldn't, but it's because I've gotten acclimated to the 25mm thing. If I was dead stuck on, had to have a 22mm setup, Imitation's the only way I would go. I played with the Griffin lately. I'm not going to review it. I played with the Goblin. I'm going to review it, but for different reasons than I normally would. Not for the Cloud Chaser, but more for the entry-level RDA and something that someone can get into and build in an RDA. But this Mutation, I mean, I absolutely love it. It is a phenomenal device. It's easy to build. If you spend any time under the hood of a K-Fun, under an Aqua, under a VCMT, if you spend any time on any 4/3 or 4-post deck, you ought to feel right at home here. Now, some of the trappings that I fell into early on in trying to build this thing is I would put, I'm going to turn back down, I would put way too much cotton in those juice channels. And I will tell you, the more cotton you push in those juice channels, the lower you're going to have to vape, the lower wattage you're going to have to vape at. I've noticed, like, if you can see in mine, like, I barely have any in there. I just have enough to trap, keep the juice from running up the side, running up and in and out. If you underwick it though, you will absolutely create a vacuum and the juice will shoot and suck right out the bottom. I know when I first tried to build it, that's absolutely the first thing that happened. So, you know, when you buy a vape like this, don't expect it right off the bat to be just, I'm going to build a coil and it's going to work. You're going to spend some time with this. You're going to put some effort into it. You're going to learn this device. But I will tell you, when I learned this device, this was really my first quality rebuildable tank when I kind of come back in a few months ago. And I know this is old stuff, and a lot of you guys know all about this stuff. But, you know, maybe we all don't. So this particular kit, like I said, I got it at Vapor DNA. I'm not a supporter of Vapor DNA. I actually got screwed on order the other day. So I'm not recommending Vapor DNA as a company. But I will say that they had them on sale for $39, and I guarantee they're selling authentic products, at least when it comes to the indulgence stuff. It does have the Project Sub-Ohm labeling on there. Some people like it, some people don't. Me, I don't mind it. Let's have a vape. It was 93 watts. It performs great. It performs well. Down here you've got 12 millimeter air hole, an air hole slit, 1x12, or maybe that's 3x12. But that's a little silly. And the place where I think the VCMT got it better, because these guys accommodated for a 510 top cap, and in accommodating for a 510 top cap, they created a restriction. They created a choke point. You see that chimney there? There's no way the volume of air that's going inside these dual air channels is less than what's capable of running through this chimney. I think this would be better served if they had an affixed top cap and quit trying to accommodate 510 drip tips. Because think of it this way. You bought all these nice drip tips because we were dripping. We were dripping with 357s, the HH357s. We were dripping with a lot of things that a drip tip was important for. Nowadays, I just don't think the drip tip, especially in the tank format, is a necessary thing. I think in the VCMT they got it right because they was able to make what chimney they had the same width as they was able to make the air channel equivalent width to what was coming out of this cover thingy, and so that eliminated that choke point, kind of like you see in the lower end tank market in the Cleto. I think that was a miss for me. I really would love to see people especially with things like this, getting away from a drip tip, because we're not dripping with something like this. So I don't care if we have a fucking drip tip for it. I'm not going to be dripping with it. I would prefer the unobstructed airflow, or airflow that had as few choke points as possible from these massive fuck-off air vents all the way up through the center. I think that was a miss because the 510 is almost the same volume as a single air hole under the deck. And so you're limiting, just using this chimney, you're limiting the amount of potential airflow out by 50% at least. I think that's a miss. But it's not a complete killer. I mean, $30 bucks for this dude, plus it comes with a couple of coils. It is an absolute winner on the price. It's an absolute winner on the performance. I did break a glass. It did come with an extra glass, so that was really good. And I think that's about it for the mutation tank. There's really not a lot here. It's a really good rebuildable tank. I would say it's the second best one on the market. That's just my personal opinion, and I've tried several of them. So we'll have a vape and final thoughts. It's a good little performer. It creates a nice substantial vape. You can close it off to be more of a flavor chaser, or you can open it up and be kind of a cloud chaser. You know, it does cater to both worlds. Good solid device. Comes with everything you need, even some extra coils in the gray build deck. And that's pretty well what I got. So, Shammy JC West. Catch me up on Facebook. Now on Instagram, it's JC West 9993. We're posting there daily. That's where I'm posting all my photos now, and then linking them over to Facebook. So be sure to follow me over there. Do me a favor though, like and leave a comment. That helps more for subscriber engagement and showing my videos on the homepage of my other subscribers. I've got a lot of subscribers that just don't know that I've been back in the game here for a few months. So give a like, give a comment, and if you like, share it around somewhere. I don't participate in the forums or things like that, but anybody who wants to post a video on a forum, I would greatly appreciate it. Helps get the word out. And that's what I got. So it's Jamie JC West. Next, I'm going to do the Alliance V2. I've been meaning to do that for a while, so I'm going to record that tomorrow. And with all that said, be on the lookout for Buddha Blue. Hopefully in shops near you soon. We've got it in several shops here. Just picked up a couple across the country, and hoping to be picking up more as we grow. And that's all I got. See you again next time.